I would love to be a part of this.
The fuck you will be. We'll call you when we want...
pleat, pleat,
We'll call you when we want... With big tits and small nipples. So guys like that are gonna keep coming around. Don't be a slut, Richard.
slut, slut,
Don't be a slut, Richard. Wanna smoke weed?
we,
Wanna smoke weed?
I didn't even shake a woman's hand until I was 17 years old. The idea of getting an erection around men I live and work with,
erection, erection,
the idea of getting an erection around men I live and work with.
Richard actually developed Pied Piper while residing in my incubator.
incubator, incubator,
While residing in my incubator.
And some sandwiches?
Actually, sir, my tenants provide their own food and...
What other percentages have you apportioned?
apportion, apportion,
Food and...
What other percentages have you apportioned? This is not college, Richard. I'm not going to be giving you a course syllabus.
syllabus, syllabus,
I'm not going to be giving you a course syllabus.
Just something to do.
Come back in 48 hours with an airtight business plan.
Airtight. Airtight.
With an airtight business plan.
Because he knows how and when to be an asshole. That's what you need to be like. You do, Richard.
Whatever.
I mean, if you continue to mismanage this...
mismanage, mismanage,
If you continue to mismanage this... A complete tectonic shift has to happen.
Tectonic.
tectonic, tectonic,
Tectonic.
Good morning. Whoops, that was weird.
whoop, whoop,
Good morning. Whoops, that was weird. You kind of have a kingish feeling to you. You're like a Norse hero from Valhalla.
Norse, Norse,
You're like a Norse hero from Valhalla. You're like a Norse hero from Valhalla.
Don't pander to me.
pander, pander,
Don't pander to me.
We'll go. I mean, go.
Denpuck, I know you were an aspen.
aspen, aspen,
I know you were an aspen.
In the hands of a lesser person, perhaps, but in the hands of the enlightened,
enlighten, enlighten,
but in the hands of the enlightened.
Queuing John Wayne in a mansion. Not found.
Fuck.
Invalid command.
Invalid. Invalid.
Fuck.
Invalid command.
I prevent cross-site scripting. I monitor for DDoS attacks, emergency database rollbacks, and faulty transaction handlings.
faulty, faulty,
Emergency database rollbacks, and faulty transaction handlings.
But everybody's been doing it.
Guilfoyle did this?
It's just a formality to get me caught up.
formality, formality,
It's just a formality to get me caught up.
He's my best friend.
That's true.
Yes, the camaraderie is quite apparent, but
camaraderie, camaraderie,
yes, the camaraderie is quite apparent, but
I mean, come on, Richard. As far as Pied Piper is concerned, he's as pointless as Mass Effect 3's multiple endings. I mean,
pointless, pointless,
he's as pointless as Mass Effect 3's multiple endings. I mean, come on, Richard. As far as Pied Piper is concerned, he's as pointless as Mass Effect 3's multiple endings. I mean, he's a completely useless appendage, and we all know it.
appendage, appendage,
I mean, he's a completely useless appendage, and we all know it.
What? Richard?
assertive, assertive,
Watching the bottom line. Fuck it, dude. I'm done here.
What about Nippler?
nip, nip,
What about Nippler?
Watching the bottom line. Fuck it, dude. I'm done here.
What about Nippler?
Mochaccino shows her tits for a living.
tit, tit,
Mochaccino shows her tits for a living. She said it was sexist. She's right. It's actually perverted. I made a perverted, sexist, useless thing.
pervert, pervert,
I made a perverted, sexist, useless thing.